Welcome back, everybody. You're still opening up with S3 here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Just in time for important topic right now, sleep. Sleep, sleep. Sleep is something science has been constantly revealing to us just how important it is to our mental health and just our overall well-being. And this morning we are joined by Dr. Siamak Saleh, a doctor who has quite the following on TikTok with nearly 1 million followers and over 4.8 million likes. Nonetheless, he is a good doctor with a passion to educate, entertain and inspire, and he'll be doing all of those with regards to sleep today. So doctor, it's so good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor being here.
And I was saying nearly 1 million followers. You actually woke up today with 1 million followers.
Yes.
So now you can actually sleep and you can rest.
Finally.
You're very famous on TikTok, but you are a real doctor. And the answers you're going to give us today are going to help so many people. Maybe let's start here. Why is sleep so important?
Sleep is so important because it's essential for your physical and mental health. So the lack of sleep has been associated with lots of complications from obesity, diabetes, increased risk of heart attack, stroke, cancer, and the list goes on. I mean, it can go until tomorrow. That's why it's very important.
For sure. As a parent, I'm not getting a lot of sleep and I'm not okay right now,
and
but
I'm
it's
not
fine.
a parent,
Coffee.
and I'm also not getting enough sleep.
That's because you're on the streets, which is a different thing. Of course, there's different levels or type of sleep when it comes to how you should be sleeping. What type of sleep should we be aiming for?
So I get this question a lot, and what I say, you need to focus on the quality of your sleep. You need 7 to 9 hours for adults, and if you're a teen and younger, obviously more. Let's go with 8 hours.
Yeah. Well, even that we want to laugh about.
So they say percentage of people who can sleep 7 hours and have no impairment is 0. If you sleep less than 7 hours, you will have some kind of impairment. And these are being proven. So I would say 8 hours of quality sleep. And quality sleep means, like for example, drinking alcohol and falling asleep is not sleep because your sleep will be light, fragmented. It blocks your REM sleep. So.
We'll get into that. We'll get into the different breakdown of the different types and stages of sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to you, and it sounds very romantic what you're saying, Doctor. 9 hours of sleep, 8 hours. I mean, that's a dream. For someone like me who's just never able to get 8 or 9 hours of sleep, and I nap a lot in the afternoon, is that advisable? Are naps important, or do they help?
So let's go with this thing. They say, so sleep is driven by 2 forces. One is circadian rhythm, which is an internal clock. Tells you when to sleep, when to wake up. And the other one is the sleep pressure. There's a build-up of adenosine throughout the day that makes you sleepier. So when you sleep in the afternoon, like you open that pressure and it gets released, so you struggle to sleep at night.
Yes.
So generally, I don't advise taking naps. 30-minute naps should be okay, but not more than that.
So I can't keep on going at these 4-hour naps, yeah?
Can I add? They say sleep is a necessity, not a luxury. I mean, if you don't drink water, you're gonna die. Don't breathe, you're gonna die. If you don't sleep, you're also gonna die.
Wow.
It's the funniest thing. When I was working on cruise ships, we used to do something called the 18-minute nap. So we'd literally put our phone on for 18 minutes. And for some reason, it always made me feel like I had the best and I woke up feeling rejuvenated. But is there things that prevent us from getting a good night's rest besides taking naps during the day?
Yes. I'll go with the most famous one, which I also fall for, is being on your phone at night. Being on your phone, on laptop, on TV, the blue lights, it suppresses your melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. And that postpones your sleep by 2 to 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Drinking coffee is another one. The coffee stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours. And it's a stimulant, so it makes you struggle to sleep.
Yes.
I know some people say, I can drink a cup of coffee and sleep perfectly.
Yeah.
But they should know that caffeine reduces your REM sleep by 20%.
Let's talk about that. What is REM sleep? Because you've mentioned it a few times, and it sounds like the most important thing that you will leave us with today. What are the different stages and the different types of sleep? What is REM sleep?
So sleep is divided into 2 types. There's a non-REM, non-rapid eye movement, which is divided into another 4 stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, from lighter to deeper. Okay. And then REM sleep is the deep sleep. So each of them have their own functions, but REM sleep is when you have vivid dreams, when your brain is as active as when you're awake. When sleep, it cleanses your brain from toxins, and where the creativity, when the information that you learn during the day gets stored in the long term in the non-REM, and in the REM sleep, it gets connected with old memories, and that's where the creativity comes from. That's where Paul McCartney, the song Yesterday, he dreamt of it, woke up, wrote it down. That's where the...
where the magic happens.
Yes.
Jamie often says that she dreams about me, and it happens at least 3 times a week.
You're dreaming.
Does that mean she's getting a lot of REM sleep? And what habits can we get into then to get more of that quality REM sleep?
I think when she's saying those things you're dreaming about it.
Exactly. I just said that out loud. I said, Doctor, here's the thing that I always wanted to ask. A lot of people always say they're sleep deprived or they suffer from sleep deprivation. What exactly do they mean when they're saying that?
So, there's an example. They say if you put an alarm, let's say, to wake up at a certain time, and your alarm doesn't go off, would you sleep beyond that time? If the answer is yes, then you're sleep deprived.
Tabiso?
You dream about me every night. I can't do this. Wow. Yes.
So sleep deprivation, they say the shorter you sleep, the shorter your life. I mean, if this doesn't light up something in you, then it's, I don't know, because sleep has been associated with, we can even go car accidents. There's this micro sleeps that if you're sleep deprived, you get micro sleeps like 1 to 2 seconds. I mean, if you're drunk and driving, it's not good, but at least you have a slowed reaction. But when you have 1 or 2 seconds of micro sleep, you can swerve into the oncoming lane, and they say fatigue-related accidents are even more common than drunk driving.
I don't know about you, suddenly I feel like I need to go take a good night rest just to avoid all of that.
Yes.
Doctor, it's been a pleasure speaking to you this morning about all the sleep that we need to get on and also telling him that he needs to stop dreaming about me. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Do you do dance videos on your TikTok?
I haven't, but since I'm reached 1 million, I should maybe.
I think it's time, man. I think it's time. Doctor, thank you so much for that. Hopefully that's inspired you to start looking at the way that you're sleeping and approaching sleep in a different way. Adjust the way you sleep. Get those sleep hygiene habits in check.
Exactly.